everybody, Chantel again. Today I wanted to do a video just briefly and talk about a few things. The main theme of my video today is going to be coming to terms with your new self. Now, I've done a lot of videos about this and the process and how things go and how you evolve. And I'm going through this very same thing myself right now as to accepting the new person that I've become. And for all of you who have gone through this, you probably know that even before you lost weight, you probably had issues with yourself, self-love, self-confidence, self-image. I think we all have it, whether you're overweight or not. I think women in general probably have this issue more than men, in my opinion. So some of the issues that I've been having, and I've blogged about it in my other videos, but I guess I wanted to bring it up because I see myself having some of the same issues over and over again. And for those of you that I'm over what, a year and a half out, wanted to kind of just give you a glimpse into what it might be like, when you get to this point, and something that's probably going to be ongoing. One of the things that I struggled with early on, and I'm still struggling with is, and I've talked about this, is you pretty much, when you're overweight, go from being what I call invisible to visible again. When I would go somewheres, when I would speak to people, when I would just generally interact with the public, as an overweight person, largely I felt ignored. And now I feel like everyone is staring at me, and not in a good way. So that is an issue that I've been really, really struggling with. I don't like it at all. I have been so used to relative anonymity this whole time, with me being overweight for 20 years, that now I feel extremely like in the spotlight. And it might just be walking down an aisle at Walmart, and I feel like, someone is looking, or and it's really getting to the point to where I felt like I've had panic attacks over it. And if anybody that's ever had a panic attack kind of knows what I'm talking about, and it's just a feeling of just a panic of, so this is something that I'm working on. And as I said, I'm really resentful about it. That's just my own issue of weight discrimination. I have weeded out a lot of people in my life who didn't really speak to me before I lost weight. And, and now they want to speak to me, or now they want to know me. So, people are shallow like that. And then those, of course, haters who I thought were my friends, who, when I lost weight, were not really my friends, because they didn't want someone else looking different or better or worse, whatever they perceived it to be, fake, than them. So that's a process that you're going to have to go through on your own, and you'll figure out who your real friends are. And in my case, it's just very few that I care to include in my life. But this issue of being self-conscious with yourself and your new body is not an issue that I really thought I was going to have. And I've said this before, that I really thought when I lost weight that it was just going to be a cure-all, and that it was just going to fix all of my problems. And obviously, It doesn't. It brings out problems that you already had. It brings out new problems, and it forces you to deal with a lot of things. Your vanity. Um, it forces you to deal with your body image. Um, it forces you to look at how other people look at you. And, in a lot of these videos, I bring this up because, and I've gotten stuff before that people, tell me just, what are you complaining about? And I'm really not complaining, not in any kind of way. But I do think that the way that society is set up, and the way that when you open a magazine and you look at someone and you are perceived as a certain way. I mean, I'm the same as I was when I was 260 pounds. On the inside, I'm the same. I run the same kind of business. I do the same things. But people look at me now in a different way because I'm thin. And that I am, like I have everything put together, like I didn't before, and it can get to you, and it can be hard to live up to if you really get, drugged down into that. So that's why I'm trying, to kind of give everybody heads up, and to try to really, say that if you don't accept yourself, if you don't love yourself, if you don't want to be good on the inside, and good with yourself on the inside, I should say, then the outside is not really going to matter. Because when I was that weight before and that weight now, there's things I miss about that. I miss the anonymity, to tell you the truth. I miss it. And as I said, I miss people, just kind of leaving me alone to be, but I'm not complaining in any kind of way, because I asked for the way that I am. I wanted to be the way that I am now, and I've worked for it. So then, you go through what comes with that. And that means you're just, regardless of how you view people, I view people now a lot differently, a lot of people, than I did before, in terms of how they view people on the outside. And I don't care what anyone says. Everyone passes judgment on everyone else. I do it. Some people are more vocal with how they judge you. Some people aren't. Some people they don't have to be. You can just tell, how they look. And I think that's important to realize, that when you have this surgery, or that when you lose a great amount of weight, be prepared to be judged. Be prepared to be, put under a microscope. You don't have to acknowledge it. You don't have to, but it will affect you in some kind of way. Because I want acceptance, and I don't want to be perceived as, that I'm trying to be better than anyone else. That I'm trying to, I don't want that perception. But if that's what they're going to think anyways, then I don't have any control over that. But I think the important thing is, again, to love yourself, and to try to come to terms with how you've become, and accept it, and know that you made the right choice for yourself. Because everyone is always going to have something to say about it. And hopefully, you can come through it, and it's a process. It's a process. Every day you work on it. Every day I work on it. So hope that helps somebody. Hope kind of gives everybody insight as to kind of what I'm going through. And if you have any questions, comments, I would love to hear them. Thanks, everybody.